Hi guys, it's Chris with City Girl Homestead. I'm going to do something today I've never done, and you guys keep suggesting it, and I've never done it. So I figured, well, I can't be the only one in the world that's never done this before. So maybe you can come along with me and let's see if we can mess up together. So I want to make my own breadcrumbs because I used all those crusts the other day and whatever. So this is how I'm doing it. I'm going to chop these into chunks. Because I didn't let it set out and dry. I guess you can let it set out and dry and then you can put it in your food processor, but I hadn't done that. So we're going to dry it out in the oven. And then we'll use our food processor. So it says just basically put them on your pan after you cut them up into small chunks. And I've got my oven preheating to 350 right now. I imagine you could just break these up with your fingers too, because once the bread starts getting older, it kind of breaks apart itself anyway. So why not? So this is going to be a really short video, but let me get all this chopped up, and then it says to put it in the oven for 5 to 7 minutes, and then I'll be back. So I have an entire full tray, and I'm going to put that in the oven now for 5 to 7 minutes and let it dry out. Alrighty, it's Chris with City Girl Homestead. I thought I'd throw together a really quick video. It's for July Jello, hashtag July Jello 2023. I'll put her information on top so that you can go over and check out her channel. If you like what you see over there, give her a subscribe. She's really nice and she's got some cool stuff too. So Tom has been really liking the Jello cups. I usually make the parfaits for him, but he's been really liking the Jello cups. So I got some blackberries for $1. And so, well, 99 cents actually. So I got these washed up, and look how big they are, you guys. Oof. I froze up 5 of them. So I'm going to put some at the bottom of these jars here. Oops. That would have been a good one. Real life, see? Alright, so I'm going to put those in before I make the Jello. Then I'm going to take strawberry. Strawberry blackberry sounds good to me. I'm sure Tom will love it. If he doesn't, he'll eat it anyway. You're going to take 2 cups of hot boiling water. And you're going to melt all that stuff together. I know, Jello's pretty easy to make. But she has a collab, and I'd like to help her channel as well. Alright, so once you got that mixed together, then of course you're going to add your 2 cups of cold water. If I have any left, we'll just make some in my little silver bowls and we'll have it for dessert. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour them right in here. If nothing else, it's going to be a really pretty color because of the purple and the red together. It's going to be very pretty. So that's the one thing I like about Jello. You can use any fruit. You can use any additions that you want to. Jello is just so versatile. I absolutely love it. And honestly, until she started doing her collab, I had forgotten about how good Jello could really be. So that kind of, you know, and even Tom was like, you know, I've kind of missed Jello. And I'm like, you know, me too. So then I just put these rings on and lids, and I'll put them in the refrigerator. And then he'll grab one every day before he goes to work. And then he has a nice, cold, refreshing snack at work, because, you know, he works in a factory. People have asked. He used to work in a plastics factory. Now he works in a very hot metal factory, and they can't wear shorts and they have to wear steel-toed boots. So can imagine it's kind of miserable in there. So I'm going to put those 5 in there. I do have some left that I'll put in my little silver bowls. And we'll put that in there too, and we'll eat them up one night. So thanks for coming along, and make sure you go check her channel. I'll put it up above. You guys have a great and blessed day. Alright, since I'm letting my my bread cool down a little bit, I got to thinking about something. So I had all those potatoes left yesterday, and we split a sandwich this morning. That finished up our sandwiches for breakfast. And I was putting Jell-O in there, and I'm like, what am I going to do with those potatoes? It's breakfast week. Well, duh. So what I did is I took 6 eggs, and I added it to it, and a nice handful of cheese. So why not make some small breakfast burritos? All I had was fajita size, so they won't be very big. But I figured I'd roll them, you know, like maybe like that, so they're not that big, but you can have a couple of them for breakfast. So, because they aren't very big, they're just the regular little fajita ones, but I needed to use those up too. And you know how I am about waste. I wonder how it would turn if I did this. I could roll it up just like that too, I guess. Then I could get more in it. Let's do it that way. Yeah, why not? Because Tom does like breakfast burritos, and he loves potatoes. So why not, huh? Heck yeah, we'll wrap them like that. Good deal. So as soon as all the I almost said potatoes again. So as soon as all the bread is dried up and cooled down, I will be back to show you what I'm doing next. Alright, so it says to let them cool, which I've done now. And you put them into your little food processor here. I'm not sure how many you do at a time, but I'm sure it'll take a bit. They're just little. Alright. Put my motor on there. Alright, let's see. Says you want them very fine, so. Wow. Just a little bit more, I think. Alrighty, let's see. I love this little one. I bought it probably 4 years ago, and I loved it so much. I actually bought it for all my daughter-in-laws for Christmas, too. So, let's get this put in a baggie. Look at that. My own breadcrumbs. First time ever. Alrighty. I will get these done in just 1 second, but I wanted to show you guys a couple things first. Here, hold on. Let's bring you back up here. So you guys have been doing wonderful, beautiful. I feel so blessed and honored to be part of your lives, and that you take the time to do such nice things for me. I'm overwhelmed. I've always been a giver, not too much receiving. So the idea that you guys give to me is just, I can't tell you what it does to my heart. Like, I'm the one that doesn't have anything at Christmas to open usually. Or my birthday, for that matter. Tom always tells me just get what I want. It's usually clothes, because that's about when I need it. So, I actually got these storage container, the lunch size ones, from Deborah. And they're just a little bit smaller than the ones that Tom uses now. But I think they'll work perfect. And they're the ones that click on all 4 sides. So no leakage. That's what I like about the ones I have now, but because they're a harder plastic, they're starting to crack. And I'd gotten them at the auction service and I hadn't seen any in a long time. So these will work so perfect for not just storage, but for Tom's lunch. So thank you so much for that, Deborah. Then Gremlin Gal asked me, is there anything that Tom wants? Well, Tom doesn't ask for much either. He's just not like that kind of guy unless he needs something, you know, for tools or clothes or shoes or something like that. So he said, well, I would like a picking basket. And I go, a picking basket? He goes, yeah, you know, I can take out in the garden and put all the tomatoes and all the potatoes and everything in. So I'm like, okay. So I found an 8-gallon one on Amazon. And Jack funded it before Gremlin Gale could get to it. So Jack says the gray one. And what's really cool about these is they fold down. So that when gardening season's over with, look at that. I love it. So that one was from Jack. And then we got this pretty green, my favorite, from Gremlin Gale. So I want to thank both of you. Look at that. I love it. Look at that. That's 2 of them. That's awesome. So Gremlin Gale and Jack, thank you so much for those. Tom's going to love them. He hasn't seen them yet, but he's going to love them. Because he can actually, what we've been doing is just taking a bowl. And he's like, okay, the bowl's full again when our tomatoes start coming in real good. And so he's like, bring me another bowl. Bring me another bowl. So I don't think he'll have to be doing that with this. I think he'll have plenty to be able to carry his stuff back. So I'm going to finish up those breadcrumbs. You guys, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I really do mean that. It's overwhelming actually, because I really am not used to having people do for me. So I'm not going to get teary-eyed, but you guys have no idea how much that means, being 56 years old and finally getting gifts. I mean, my parents used to get me birthday gifts and, you know, Christmas presents, but I've just not ever been one that I usually like to give of me and my heart. And so it seems really nice to get back. And I want to tell you guys, thank you to all of you. Not even the ones that's gotten me gifts, but for all of you for being so amazing and making me feel so welcome and so loved. And just know that you guys are each and every one of you are loved by me and by Tom and Jack. I want you guys to have a blessed day, be a blessing, and we'll see you at dinner.